As new desires come, they are continually replaced with more new desires. Well, then life is working for you just the way you planned. Because you knew that you would be here on this leading edge, and that the variety that surrounds you would evoke from you your personal preferences. That you, from your important point of view, would come to new awarenesses of what you would like to experience. And you knew when you decided to come into this physical body that you were the one who would choose. You knew that it wasn't being chosen for you by someone else. Your life isn't assigned to you by someone or something else. You create it. You attract it. You focus it into being. And you knew when you came into this platform on earth at this time, this place, you knew that the variety was sufficient that it would inspire from you more. That's the mantra of the eternal universe. It is more. It must be more if it is to be eternal, yes? If it is going to continue to be, then there must always be a platform with enough variety, enough contrast, that you, as individual and collective creators, could find more that you prefer. So you knew that life around you would cause the preference to be born. And you knew that as that preference was born, that you didn't even need to speak words about it. You didn't need to get others to agree with you about it. All you had to do was live life, and your preferences would be born. And you knew before you came into this body that when that happened, that when a preference was born within you, that there would be an emanation of that desire in the form of a vibration, because you understood, many of you are coming to understand it now, that you communicate with this universe vibrationally, that your thoughts communicate vibrationally. And you knew that no matter what you were living, that an honest, and by that we mean truthful, and by that we mean real, and by that we mean honest, vivid, real, an actual, a personal vibration would emanate from you that spoke directly to your desire. You wouldn't be able to change the vibration by smiling differently, or even by speaking words differently. That what you meant, what you really meant, would emanate from you vibrationally. And you also knew that when that happened, that not only your world, but all that is would expand because of this new preference or desire that you gave birth to. So, as you launch this, what we call a rocket of desire, because it does come from you in a strong, vivid way, as that rocket of desire emanates from you, the non-physical part of you, who remains non-physically focused even though you are here, this non-physical inner being part of you, witnessed you giving birth to the improvement and followed that train of thought incessantly, never stopped focusing upon your newest preference, your newest addendum to your desire. Now, we want to be brief about this because most of you have heard this from us in many different ways, in different formats, in different books for quite a long time. But we just want to set as a basis of our conversation here that you've been launching these rockets of desire, and in the process of doing that, you've created an expanded version of you. It's an expanded version of you that you cannot step back from, because life caused you to ask for this improvement. And remember when we said it's a real improvement that you're asking for? It's not one that you're contouring to please some subset of humans. It's not something that you've contoured in any way. It's your personal preference, and it matters, and it's real, and Source is all over it, and you have expanded because of the life that caused you to be it, and now the larger part of you is being it. The question that this forum wants to help you to ask more clearly and hear the answer to more clearly and to understand completely is, are you keeping up with your own expansion? That's the only question that is ever on the table. Are you keeping up with the you that you have become? And the answer to that is, if you're frisky, if you're happy, if you're exhilarated, if you feel satisfied, if you feel enthusiasm, if you love your life, then yes. The answer is yes, you are keeping up with your expansion. But if you are ornery, if you are petty, if you are jealous, if you are blameful, if you are angry, if you are mean, if you are any of those emotions that feel so yuckadoodle when you have them, then the answer in that moment is no, you're not keeping up. In this moment, you're not keeping up. Doesn't mean you haven't kept up. Doesn't mean you can't keep up again. Doesn't mean you won't in 2 minutes start keeping up. It doesn't mean anything except right now, in the moment of negative emotion, you're not keeping up with your expansion. It also means your guidance system is working. It also means that the larger part of you, who always is the equivalent of your most expanded beingness, who is radiating a signal, it means you're just not keeping up, or you are, depending on how you feel. Now, there is a powerful law that is universal, that manages the vibrational frequencies, which means it is at the heart of your point of attraction. And your point of attraction matters because your point of attraction is what is causing you to experience everything that you experience. Everything that comes to you by way of people that you meet up with, things that you talk about, things that you rendezvous with all around your life experience. Law of attraction is the manager of that. And law of attraction is an equal opportunity, always fair, across the board, giving you exactly what you're putting out. Never making a mistake, always reflecting back to you in bigger, with more momentum, vibrational terms, what you are offering vibrationally. In other words, you get what you think about whether you want it or not. Law of attraction, this wonderful, consistent basis of the universe. So this powerful and wonderful law of attraction is responding to you. But we want to explain to you who you are before you even begin to think about how law of attraction is responding to you. Because you are different than most of you think that you are. You were source energy before you came into this physical body, but you still are source energy even though you are in this physical body. So when you came into this body, you accomplished a new you. In other words, you're housed in all this skin. You can see yourself separated from others. You think you're individual, and in that way and that way only you are. And you have a personality and a thought process, and law of attraction is responding to what you think and to what you say and to what you do and to what you mean. Law of attraction is responding to you. But as you are moving around here in this physical body, knowing what you don't want and therefore knowing what you do want, you are, as we said a minute ago, you are launching these rockets of desire, and the inner being from which you came, who still exists, is experiencing the expansion that you provide for it by the life that you live here. Do you get that? So when someone is rude, you want them to be nicer, and you launch nicer rocket of desire, please. When you don't have enough money, you want more money, and you launch a more money, please, more prosperity, please, rocket of desire. And so you are all day, every day, causing the inner being part of you to expand because of what you, personality here in this human body, are living, just like you knew you would. But this is the part that we really want you to hear. The law of attraction is responding to that non-physical you, which means cooperative components about each and everything that you've asked for are being gathered, and a vibrational reality is forming on your behalf because you've asked for it. We wrote a book, best book. Ask and it is given. Ask and it is given. Oh yeah? Seems like I've been asking. There's this vibrational reality that is the equivalent of all that you've asked for. But you have to find a way to be a vibrational match to that version of you. And that's where your guidance system comes in. Because the law of attraction is responding to who you really are and all that you've become. And also, the law of attraction is responding to what you've got going on right now. So if you've asked for prosperity, but you're complaining about not having it, the law of attraction is responding to both versions of you, and you've got a tug of war going on inside of you that feels like doubt or worry or fear or not enoughness. But if you've asked for more, and you have, and the law of attraction is responding to your inner being who's holding this vision of your prosperity and who has accumulated the cooperative components to provide for you the magnificent abundance that you request and that you deserve, so the cooperative components are all coming together on your behalf, and the law of attraction is summoning you as one of the cooperative components, the question that we want to ask you right here and now is, how cooperative are you? Not that much. And the reason that you are not cooperative to your own requests for all kinds of wonderful things is because you've picked up beliefs along your trail that you hold active in your vibration that serve as vibrational resistance to the desires that you hold. So when you want something that you don't believe, then you're not going with the flow of who you are. And the law of attraction, who is responding to both aspects of magnificent you, is the reason that you feel negative emotion. If you were believing in what you're asking for, you'd feel fantastic. You'd feel confident and sure. You'd feel frisky. Others would think that you were obnoxious. Nothing would get you down. It wouldn't matter what they say. You would know. They'd say, you can't do it. And you'd say, I don't care what you think. Your thoughts are based on bogus information. You must not know about my vortex. You must not know about my vibrational reality. You must not know who I am and how I came and how I sifted and sorted and how I launched desires and how the law of attraction is responding to my desires and how all of this is being set up for me. You must not know that all I have to do is give up my resistance, which means just stay glad, just stay satisfied, just stay happy. And in doing that, I become a cooperative component and I get drawn right into the path of least resistance where ideas come to me. I've got great timing. Things occur to me. And other people like you who don't understand all of this watch the magnificent things that just keep opening for me and witness the fun I have as I move along my trail. And they think, oh, that's not fair. But it is, because you have a vortex too. And law of attraction is responding to you too. You've just got onreitis. You're just facing too much reality. You think reality is what's over here already manifested. What is manifested now, what you're currently living, is old news. Where the action is in what you've asked for and your journey from where you are on your way to that. That's the sweet zone. That's the joyous zone. That's where living happily ever after is. And it is as simple as finding something right now to feel satisfied about, even though there might be things to not feel so satisfied about. Even though there are some things to not feel so satisfied about. You're oriented toward looking for things that you're satisfied about because you have come to understand that satisfaction in the moment is the key to you being a vibrational match to what's in your vortex. And when you're a vibrational match to what's in your vortex, then you're in what we call the receiving mode of your inner being who really knows. And that's where songwriters get their great songs. That's where inspired people, painters, all kinds of inventors, all kinds of creators, that's where those ideas come from. Because your needs help you to identify through your problems and contrast your desires. And then your inner being is all over your desire and never deviates from the idea of your desire. And in doing so, the cooperative components are gathered all around your inner being. All you got to do is hang out where your inner being is, and those ideas are yours as well.